Ready? Let's describe now the red blood cells or erythrocytes. These are the most numerous type of cell that is present in the blood. Okay, so how numerous? Well, in 1 millimeter, 1 cubic millimeter of whole blood, depending of if you're a girl or a boy, we have around 4 to 5 millions of red blood cells. So if you multiply that for about 5 liters, which is almost 2 gallons of blood that we have in our body, that comes to over 20 something trillions of red blood cells inside the body. And these are only red blood cells. So imagine how many cells make up the entire body. Trillions, 24, 25, 26 trillions of red blood cells in the body. Now, how do these cells look like? And I keep telling you that they are cells because you're going to see how different they are from any other cells that we have described before. For me, I see them like a little bubble, a little balloon filled with hemoglobin. You'll see, that's what it is. So they have this shape, they're shaped like a frisbee, right? That they are really thin in the middle and fatter on the periphery, okay? And the idea of that, of the purpose of that shape, is to increase the surface area so there's more area to exchange gases, oxygen and carbon dioxide per erythrocyte. It has a cell membrane, and this cell membrane gives the red blood cell a little flexibility so it can deform and fold when it's passing through little capillaries, the smallest blood vessels. It can fold on itself, and then when it comes to a bigger vein or artery, it goes back to its original shape. Now, look at this little bag. It has the cell membrane, it has that shape. Let's see what is inside. Well, I already said that. There's no nucleus, no organelles whatsoever. There is no mitochondria. Can you imagine a cell without mitochondria? So for me, that is not a cell, it's a cell. So what do you think these cells don't have mitochondria? Think about it. The function of these erythrocytes is to give up oxygen to the tissues, right? What if these cells will have mitochondria? Mitochondria uses oxygen as well to produce ATP, energy, to function, to power the functions, the cell functions. Now, the lack of mitochondria avoids that competition, that probable competition that will take place if the red blood cell had mitochondria. If the red blood cell had mitochondria, the mitochondria will compete with the oxygen, and it will keep some, for me, for myself, to power my cellular processes, and I will give to the tissues a little bit. So to avoid that and to make sure that all the oxygen being carried by this glorious red blood cell is going to be delivered or given up to the tissue, we avoid the mitochondria and we delete it from these cells. Okay? What else? Oh, I'm going backwards. Imagine. Okay, what do these cells have then? I told you it's a bag, and the bag is the cell membrane filled with hemoglobin. And hemoglobin, it's this prefix relates to blood or means blood. And globin is a protein. Okay, so this is the protein of blood. It's the protein that carries oxygen. This consists of The structure of this protein is like 4 chains, I don't know, something like that. And each of these chains can bind a iron atom. And these are the binding sites for oxygen. And this is per hemoglobin molecule. And every red blood cells have around, I forgot the number, but a pretty important amount of hemoglobin per red blood cell, not in total in blood, per red blood cell. So the total hemoglobin, in the whole blood, well, the normal values depend again if you're a male or a female. Usually, all of these values are lower in females. One, because we're smaller, so we have less volume of blood, and we menstruate, unlike men. So I don't care. These values are lower than male values. Okay, so it's around, let's put in the middle, 13, 14 grams per deciliter. Okay, that's it I have to say about red blood cells. Let's dig into the white blood cell world in the next video. See you.